Imagine scoring the winning goal against the fans who once worshipped you. Welcome to football's ultimate betrayals, where loyalty dies and legends are born villains. These aren't just transfers. These are declarations of war. July 2000. The football world stops. Luis Figo, Barcelona's Portuguese magician, has just signed for Real Madrid. Not just any team, their biggest enemy, for 62 million euros, making him the most expensive player in history. But this wasn't just about money. This was about crossing the most sacred line in football. Figo had spent 5 glorious seasons at Barcelona, 172 appearances, back-to-back La Liga titles. The fans adored him. Children wore his jersey to school. His name was sung from the stands. Then came the betrayal that shook football to its core. The first El Clasico back at Camp Nou was pure chaos. As Figo prepared to take a corner kick, Barcelona fans unleashed their fury. Bottles rained down, coins flew through the air. Then came the moment that defined the hatred. A pig's head landed at his feet. This wasn't just booing. This was 90,000 people expressing pure, unbridled hatred for a man they once loved. Figo later revealed he feared for his safety every time he returned to Barcelona, but the damage was done. He'd crossed the line that should never be crossed, and football would never forget. Sol Campbell was more than Tottenham's captain. He was their soul. Born in East London, a lifelong Spurs fan, he'd risen through their youth system to become their leader. For 8 years, Campbell bled for Tottenham. 255 appearances. He was Mr. Tottenham, everything the club stood for. 2001 arrives. His contract expires. The media swirls with speculation. Where will he go? In the winter of that season, he stated he was staying.
Will you be staying at Tottenham?
I'm staying.
The fans breathe a sigh of relief. Then came July 9th, 2001, the day that broke Tottenham hearts forever. Arsenal announces they've signed Sol Campbell on a free transfer. Their North London rivals had stolen their captain without paying a penny. The reaction was immediate and brutal. Effigies burned outside White Hart Lane. Death threats flooded in. The word Judas became permanently attached to his name. But here's the twist that hurt most. Campbell didn't just leave for Arsenal, he thrived there. 2 Premier League titles, including the legendary Invincibles season of 2003-04. Success that should have been Tottenham's. Even today, over 20 years later, mention Sol Campbell's name at White Hart Lane and watch 60,000 fans erupt in fury. Some betrayals never heal. Robin van Persie was Arsenal's everything. Their captain, their top scorer, their hope for ending the trophy drought. For 8 years, Arsenal fans watched him grow from a raw Dutch talent into one of the world's deadliest strikers. 278 appearances, 132 goals, and countless memories. But by 2012, Van Persie was frustrated. Arsenal hadn't won a trophy since 2005. He was 28, entering his prime years, and time was running out. Then came the statement that broke Arsenal hearts. I won't be signing a new contract. The reason? He wanted to win trophies. He wanted success. He wanted what Arsenal couldn't give him. Manchester United came calling, not just any club. Arsenal's direct rivals for the Premier League title, the very team that had blocked Arsenal's path to glory for years. Van Persie didn't just leave, he twisted the knife. His first season at United, Premier League champion. Arsenal, another trophyless year. The numbers tell the story of betrayal. 26 goals in 38 games. The goals that won United the title, the goals that should have been scored in an Arsenal shirt. Every return to the Emirates Stadium is met with deafening boos and banners calling him a traitor. The Arsenal fans who once sang his name now can't bear to hear it. Carlos Tevez embodied everything Manchester United fans loved. Work rate that never stopped, passion that burned bright, a never-give-up attitude that made him an Old Trafford hero. For 2 years, Tevez was United's bulldog. 99 appearances, 34 goals, and 2 Premier League titles. The fans adored his commitment and intensity. But in 2009, his contract expired. United wanted to keep him, but the deal fell through. Where would he go? The answer stunned Manchester. Carlos Tevez signed for Manchester City, United's noisy neighbors, their bitter crosstown rivals. But Tevez didn't just change clubs, he made it personal. During City's 2012 title celebration, as they finally won their first Premier League title in 44 years, Tevez held up a banner that cut deep, RIP Fergie. He was mocking Sir Alex Ferguson, the man who had given him his chance at United, the greatest manager in the club's history. That image burned into United fans' memories forever. It wasn't just about changing clubs, it was about disrespecting everything they held sacred. Roberto Baggio wasn't just Fiorentina's best player, he was their god. The divine ponytail, the most beloved footballer in Florence's history. From 1985 to 1990, Baggio lit up the Stadio Artemio Franchi. His talent was otherworldly. His loyalty seemed unquestionable. The fans worshipped him like a deity. Then came 1990. Juventus arrived with a world record offer, 25 billion lire. Fiorentina, despite their love for Baggio, couldn't refuse. The announcement triggered something unprecedented in football history. Florence erupted in riots. 50 people were injured. Fans laid siege to the club headquarters. Cars were overturned. Windows were smashed. This wasn't just anger. This was heartbreak turned violent. The city felt like they'd lost their soul. Baggio tried to explain. I was compelled to accept the transfer, but words couldn't heal the wounds. Florence felt abandoned by their hero. The beautiful gesture came later. When Juventus played Fiorentina and Baggio earned a penalty, he refused to take it. Even wearing enemy colors, he couldn't bring himself to hurt his former love. But the damage was done. The divine ponytail had been forced to leave paradise, and Florence never forgave those who took him away. Which transfer hurt you the most? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more football content that dives deep into the stories that shape the game we love.